album Rumours was born out of the ashes of dying love, white hot, intense, painful, beautiful. Chances are you know the background story, but if you don't, let me tell you by focusing on what I would say is an utterly perfect song. I've known of Dreams my whole lifetime and played it for as long as I can remember, always opening my 4-hour cover song sets in pubs with these incredible lyrics. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it, but listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness. Fleetwood Mac were a band very familiar with conflict. By the time they set about recording Rumours, they had 7 different lead guitarists. The group's 2 couples, John and Christy McPhee, and Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, were both separating, and Mick Fleetwood was also getting divorced. The band were holed up recording at the record plant in Sausalito, ingesting all sorts of things. Mick Fleetwood said, "It was the craziest period of our lives. We went 4 or 5 weeks without sleep, doing lots of drug, and I'm talking about cocaine in such quantities that at some point I really thought I was going insane." Mick Fleetwood once estimated he'd snorted over 7 miles of the stuff. Side effects include paranoia, aggression, depression. Just the ticket for recording the most famous breakup album of all time. Like a heartbeat drives you mad in the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. Lindsey Buckingham drew first blood with Go Your Own Way though, didn't he? Packing up, shacking up is all you want to do, being particularly hurtful to Stevie. She decided to respond. During recording, Stevie tended to give the more technical parts a miss and was often rattling around the studio, bored and hurting. In an interview with Blender, she recalled, "One day when I wasn't required in the main studio, I took a Fender Rhodes piano and went into another studio that was said to belong to Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone. It was a black and red room with a sunken pit in the middle where there was a piano and a big black velvet bed with Victorian drapes. I sat down on the bed with my keyboard in front of me. I found a drum pattern, switched my little cassette player on, and wrote Dreams in about 10 minutes. It's a simple song, mostly built around just 2 chords, F and G. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You will know. However, it adds in a little A minor there to avoid it being a completely 2-chord song. Stevie Nicks wrote it using a preset drum beat for accompaniment. The studio version drums, however, are simple, straightforward too, revolving around a basic kick snare pattern, however, with the most tasteful drum fills. I mean, the opening is iconic, instantly identifiable. The guide vocal was the one that ended up on the album because Stevie couldn't beat the emotion of the first take. And the opening lines may be a withering put down, but the body of the song is the very embodiment of taking the high ground, or at least pretending to. We all know, for better or worse, the desire to hurt the one you love in a game of point scoring. These 2 lines showcase that feeling. Well, who am I to keep you down? And players only love you when they're playing. It feels like a retort to the Buckingham line about shacking up, both seemingly convinced that the other is the one who won't be tied down, that women come and go just like the rain. It's rich in hippie imagery and metaphor, the memories of happier times that can hit you like a thunderbolt, the mournful, lonely remembering of what you had and what you lost. The crystal visions of what has been and what will come, the purifying rain that washes away the old and brings new life to the earth. Now here I go again, I see the crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness. In a later interview, Nick said, I walked in and handed a cassette of the song to Lindsay. It was a rough take, just me singing solo and playing piano. Even though he was mad with me at the time, Lindsay played it and then looked up at me and smiled. What was going on between us was sad. We were couples who couldn't make it through, but as musicians, we still respected each other. And we got some brilliant songs out of it. Yes, they did. Dream still speaks to millions of people. One of the most defining songs of the 70s. It still sounds fresh, like it could have been recorded today. It's slick, clear, and not too dated with the instrumentation. And then also musicians, particularly those in the golden era of album sales, have the opportunity to monetize their pain and put it in a time capsule. Have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Writing about the psychology of dreams, Sigmund Freud said, we are what we are because we have been what we have been, that the dream is the disguised fulfillment of a suppressed or oppressed wish. I've always found that by writing about my heartbreaks, I take the sting out of the pain, I use it and feel distance from the memory. For Stevie Nicks, singing Dreams transports her right back to that troubled time. Nick said, love affairs are timeless. I mean, they don't change. That's why these songs on Rumours are timeless, I think. That's why I can walk out on stage today and still sing them and still feel the same way as when I wrote them. It's because I can remember so how I felt at that point. And I can remember the tears. And I can remember how hard it was for me to play Dreams the first time for the whole band, because I know it would probably upset Lindsay and probably really upset Chris and John and probably really upset Mick and really upset me. And if I could even get through it, I'd be lucky. Those magic few years in the 1970s produced some of the best music of all time and shattered previous notions of success. Rumours, along with Hotel California, Frampton Comes Alive, and the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack were all pretty much compulsory purchases for any discerning music fan. But huge success inevitably leads to greed, disillusionment, and a downfall. Punk and disco emerged and blew the memory of Laurel Canyon away. But for Stevie Nicks, her moment of pain became the work of art that she'll be forever identified with. Like a heartbeat drives you mad in the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had and what you lost. We all enter into relationships knowing there's only two ways that it ends, death or breakup. But that doesn't stop us, despite the knowledge of future pain, because in loving others, we find a way of making ourselves something more than we can be alone. Bob Marley said it beautifully when he said, I will never regret you or say I wish I'd never met you, because once upon a time, you were exactly what I needed. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You will know. You will know. You will know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll know. Okay, thank you for watching, and yes, I also can't believe I managed that in one take. Okay, well, because this video does feature copyrighted content, obviously for educational purposes, I am happy to say that DistroKid are today's sponsor, and DistroKid is the best way to make your music available on all major streaming platforms, and that also includes any cover versions you might want to release. DistroKid makes it easy and completely legal. They'll take care of everything from licenses to payments to the rights holder for just $12 a year per cover song. All you need to do is perform, record and upload, and they'll take care of the rest. I've been using DistroKid to release my album, Super Sexy Heartbreak, and you can upload unlimited tracks for just one low annual price, and best of all, you keep 100% of your earnings. But okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. But as always, I'll be seeing you here again very, very soon.